Okay, here's the introduction to my new book, Ancient Strategies for Modern Leadership, Arthashastra Explained in English. Imagine my voice resonating with warmth, wisdom, and a touch of humor as you read it. Ancient Strategies for Modern Leadership, Arthashastra Explained in English. Introduction. Namaste, friends. Welcome to a journey, a treasure hunt, if you will, into the dusty pages of history and the surprisingly relevant wisdom of one of history's most astute minds, Kautilya. Who was Kautilya? Imagine the ultimate game theorist, the political strategist who could outwit anyone, and the economic guru who understood the nuts and bolts of prosperity. He was, quite simply, way ahead of his time. His masterwork, the Arthashastra, isn't some dry academic text meant to gather dust on a shelf. No, it's a practical guide, overflowing with strategies for success in leadership, business, and even in your personal life. For centuries, it has been the secret weapon of kings and emperors, but the secrets are now available to you. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Ancient politics? That sounds boring. But I promise you, this is anything but. Think of it like this. The Arthashastra is the original playbook for success. It's filled with timeless principles about human nature, about power, and about how to build something lasting. This book, Ancient Strategies for Modern Leadership, is your guided tour through this ancient wisdom. I've taken those complex, sometimes dense ideas and translated them into simple modern English, filled with real-world examples that you can actually use. What will you gain from reading this book? You'll be surprised how many of the same problems faced thousands of years ago still resonate today. By understanding the world through Kautilya's eyes, you can apply the secrets of success in both your personal life, business, and leadership decisions. Sharpen your strategic thinking, learn to analyze situations, anticipate challenges, and make informed decisions with Kautilya's framework for strategic thought. Master the art of leadership. Discover how to inspire, motivate, and manage teams effectively, building a strong and cohesive organization. Improve your negotiation skills. Understand the nuances of power, persuasion, and diplomacy, enabling you to negotiate better outcomes in all aspects of your life. Make more informed decisions. Understand the intricacies of finance and economics to implement strategic plans with precision. Enhance your ethics. Learn about balancing personal goals with the well-being of others. Find inner peace and purpose. Explore spirituality within the context of action, and learn how to align your work with your values. This book isn't just about learning, it's about transformation, about recognizing the power within you to shape your destiny, to lead with integrity, and to build a life of purpose. So, open your mind, open your heart, and prepare to embark on a journey that will connect you to ancient wisdom and empower you to create a brighter future for yourself and those around you. Are you ready? Let's begin. This is just the beginning. Over the next few iterations, we'll build out the chapter outlines and dive deep into each chapter's content, making sure it's all accessible, engaging, and truly helpful. Let's make this book something special. You've just scratched the surface of the profound wisdom this scripture offers. The upcoming chapters hold life-changing insights that you won't want to miss. By subscribing, you'll ensure you're part of this exploration into timeless truths. Let's embark on this enlightening journey together. Click subscribe now and stay inspired. Chapter 1, Dharma and Duty, Finding Your North Star Friends. In the tapestry of existence, we are all threads, each with a unique color and purpose. Kautilya's Arthashastra, though seemingly focused on statecraft, speaks profoundly about Dharma, a concept often misinterpreted, but essentially meaning righteous duty. Forget rigid interpretation. Think of Dharma as your personal North Star. It's the guiding principle that aligns your actions with your deepest values and inherent responsibilities, both in your personal life and professional leadership. Imagine a ship navigating a vast ocean. Without a compass, it drifts aimlessly, vulnerable to storms. Similarly, without a clear understanding of our Dharma, we risk being tossed about by external pressures, losing sight of our true course. Dharma isn't about blindly following tradition. It's about actively discerning what's right, what's just, and what contributes to the greater good within your specific context. Consider Mahatma Gandhi. In a world consumed by colonial power, his Dharma was ahimsa, nonviolence, and satya, truth. He wasn't just fighting for Indian independence, he was embodying the principles of human dignity and ethical resistance. His North Star, though seemingly impractical by conventional standards, ultimately guided him to success and inspired generations. In the corporate world, this translates to ethical decision-making. Imagine a CEO offered a lucrative deal that compromises environmental standards. Ignoring dharma and prioritizing short-term profit might seem like a good idea, but in the long term, it erodes trust, damages reputation, and ultimately leads to unsustainability. Prioritizing dharma, in this case, would mean seeking innovative solutions, even if it involves sacrifice. It means aligning business goals with the well-being of society and the planet. Leaders who understand the long-term benefits of ethical practices will be the true winners. Remember, true success isn't measured solely by financial gains, but also by the positive impact we leave on the world. Finally, our North Star isn't fixed. It evolves as we grow and learn. The key is continuous self-reflection, constantly asking ourselves, are our actions aligned with our values? Are we contributing to a better world? By making Dharma the foundation of our decisions, we create a life of purpose, integrity, and lasting impact. Namaste, friends. Welcome to the second step of transforming ourselves into impactful leaders. In the last chapter, we spoke about Dharma and duty, finding your North Star. Today, we delve into something equally crucial, the art of seeing, cultivating strategic vision. Kautilya, the master strategist, understood that true leadership begins with crystal-clear vision. It's not about predicting the future with magic. It's about diligently observing the present, analyzing the past track, and intelligently anticipating possibilities. Think of it as developing an internal GPS for your life's journey. How do we cultivate this strategic vision? It starts with active listening, truly hearing what people are saying, and more importantly, what they aren't. Look beyond the surface. Instead of merely listening to reply, listen to understand. Then comes observation. Watch market trends. What's shifting? What's fading? What are customers actually doing, not just saying? Remember Apple? They didn't just build phones. They foresaw the need for seamless integration of technology into our daily lives. They observed how people were already communicating and interacting, and then designed a product that revolutionized the digital world and fit into it seamlessly, all based on observation. Similarly, keep an open mind to current affairs and global political and economic realities. Learn your competition. Understand their strengths, weaknesses, and strategies. Don't just copy them. Learn from them and strive to be better. The world will always be changing. Finally, and most importantly, cultivate situational awareness. Pay attention to all the details and work to get a high-level picture of the situation, and then find the connection between different aspects. What challenges lie ahead? What opportunities are emerging? Think several steps ahead. Anticipation is your greatest advantage. The art of seeing isn't passive. It's an active, continuous process of learning, analyzing, and adapting. It's about developing a sixth sense for the future, so you can navigate the present with confidence and lead your people towards a brighter tomorrow. This isn't about crystal balls, it's about smart eyes and a sharper mind. With this principle, every one of you can be a great and strategic future leaders. Namaste, friends. Today, we journey into the heart of true leadership, building trust. In the Arthashastra, Kautilya stresses that a king's strength doesn't solely reside in his army or treasury, but in the loyalty and faith of his people. This ancient wisdom rings true even now. Trust is the cornerstone of any lasting influence, be it in your family, your workplace, or your community. Think of Nelson Mandela. His unwavering commitment to justice, even during decades of imprisonment, built a reservoir of trust across racial divides in South Africa, proving the power of consistency and integrity. How do we cultivate this vital trust? The Arthashastra provides valuable guidance. Honesty is paramount. A leader must be truthful, even when the truth is uncomfortable. Transparency, meaning clear and open communication, is also essential. Keep your team informed. Explain your decisions. Secrecy breeds suspicion. Reliability is the third pillar. A promise delivered is a bond strengthened. Don't overpromise and underdeliver. Instead, strive for consistency in your actions and words. Imagine a team where information is freely shared, where promises are kept, and where honesty is valued above all else. Such a culture fosters innovation, productivity, and a deep sense of loyalty. But a single act of betrayal can shatter this fragile bond, making rebuilding an uphill battle. Trust isn't given freely. It's earned through consistent action, unwavering integrity, and a genuine commitment to the well-being of those you lead. Make it your mission to be a leader worthy of trust, and you will build a lasting legacy of positive influence. Namaste, friends. Welcome back. In this journey of self-discovery and leadership based on the ancient wisdom of Kautilya's Arthashastra, we arrive at a crucial principle: managing resources, wisdom in scarcity. Life, like any kingdom, presents us with finite resources: time, money, energy, talent. Arthashastra reminds us that true strength isn't about possessing unlimited resources, but about skillfully managing what we have. It's about recognizing the Lakshmi, prosperity, already within our grasp and multiplying it through wise choices. Think of Toyota. They became a global giant by embracing lean manufacturing. They identified and eliminated waste at every stage, from raw materials to final product. This isn't just about saving money, it's about using resources with intention. Every movement, every piece of metal, every employee's time is valued and optimized. How can we apply this to our lives? Consider your personal finances. Are you mindlessly spending, or are you strategically investing in your future? This doesn't require immense wealth. It requires mindful choices, budgeting, saving, and identifying where your resources are leaking away. A small leak can sink a great ship, and a little wasted money daily can erode a fortune over time. It boils down to shifting our perspective. Scarcity is not a limitation, it's an opportunity. It forces us to be creative, resourceful, and ultimately wise. It demands that we see value where others see only constraints. Remember, true abundance comes from managing what you have, not simply acquiring more. By applying the timeless principles of resourceful management from Arthashastra, we invite prosperity and success into all aspects of our lives. Okay, here's Chapter 5 of Ancient Strategies for Modern Leadership, Arthashastra Explained in English, focusing on communication, as requested. Chapter 5, The Power of Communication, Words as Weapons and Shields. Friends, let's talk about something incredibly potent: communication. Kautilya understood millennia ago what neuroscience is now proving: words shape reality. The Arthashastra isn't just about armies, it's about using language strategically. It's about crafting your message so it resonates, motivates, and protects. Think of communication as both a weapon and a shield. A poorly worded email can wound a relationship. A well-delivered speech can inspire a nation, as seen Martin Luther King Jr.'s "I Have a Dream" speech gave hope and strength. Arthashastra stresses clarity, no rambling, no ambiguity. Get to the point. Tailor your language to your audience. You wouldn't speak to a child the same way you would a CEO, right? Similarly, what would work with Gen Z might not work with the older generation. Active listening is crucial. It's not just waiting your turn to talk. It's truly understanding the other person's perspective. Imagine a negotiator who only focuses on their own demands. Failure is inevitable. Really listen, empathize, and then respond. Nonverbal communication speaks volumes. Body language, tone of voice, they convey just as much as the words you choose. A warm, friendly smile gives a great first impression. Building rapport is everything. Find common ground. Be sincere. People connect with those they trust. A genuine compliment can open doors. Effective communication takes practice. Reflect on past conversations. What worked? What didn't? How can you improve? Think of communication as a skill to be honed, like any other. Master it, and you will rise above the chaos of your professional or personal life. Chapter 6. The Importance of Intelligence, Knowing Your Allies and Enemies. Friends, fellow seekers, in the dynamic world of leadership, are you navigating blindly or charting your course with informed insight? Kautilya's Arthashastra firmly believes that knowledge is power. But what kind of knowledge? It's the knowledge of your terrain, your resources, but most importantly of your allies and your enemies. In today's arena, think of enemies as your competitors. Allies are your partners, your customers, your employees. Understanding them is paramount. Arthashastra emphasizes espionage meticulously, gathering intelligence strategically. Companies undertake market research and competitor analysis. For example, remember when Blockbuster scoffed at Netflix's business plan? They failed to truly understand the change in customer behavior. the technological shift towards streaming. Their intelligence failure cost them their empire. Conversely, Apple pours resources into understanding customer desires long before customers themselves articulate those needs. They anticipated the need for integrated technology and transformed the market. The lesson? Don't bury your head in the sand. Invest in gathering quality information. Do your homework. Understand your allies and anticipate your competitors' moves. This isn't just about business or politics, it's about life. Knowing your own strengths and weaknesses and understanding the forces around you allows you to make wise decisions, adapt, and thrive. Cultivate your awareness, sharpen your insight. Every interaction, every piece of information is a clue. Use them wisely. Namaste. Friends, seekers, leaders of tomorrow. Welcome to Chapter 7 of Ancient Strategies for Modern Leadership, Arthashastra Explained in English. Dealing with conflict, the art of negotiation and resolution. Life, like a flowing river, inevitably encounters rocks. These are conflicts, disagreements, disputes, challenges that can either capsize our boat or be skillfully navigated to propel us forward. Kautilya, in Arthashastra, recognized conflict not as something to be feared, but as an inevitable part of any endeavor, be it personal, professional, or political. His wisdom lies in equipping us to manage these confrontations strategically and effectively. The cornerstone of conflict resolution, according to Arthashastra, isn't brute force, but astute negotiation. Think of negotiation as a dance, a delicate interplay of offering, listening, and yielding. True success isn't about crushing your opponent, but finding a solution where everyone gains something. This is the essence of a win-win outcome. Imagine two siblings fighting over an orange. A win-lose scenario has one sibling taking the entire fruit. A win-win, one peels and eats the orange, the other uses the rind for baking, both satisfied. Compromise is crucial. Rigidity is brittle. Flexibility bends without breaking. Recognize what truly matters and be willing to concede on less vital points. Real-world example, the Cuban Missile Crisis. Both the US and USSR, through tense negotiations involving a secret compromise, averted nuclear war. Both sides had to yield ground, but the ultimate outcome was preservation of peace, a win for humanity. Identifying allies and adversaries is also key. Are those who seem to agree with you truly supporting your vision? Are those who oppose you implacable enemies or merely misunderstood collaborators in disguise? Careful observation, as Kautilya emphasized, provides the answers. Build strong relationships, and even adversaries might become allies. Within organizations, conflicts often stem from miscommunication or differing priorities. Implement clear channels of communication, encourage honest feedback, and facilitate open dialogues. Encourage empathy. Understanding someone's perspective, even if you disagree, is the first step towards resolution. Remember, conflict, when handled with intelligence and compassion, can be a catalyst for growth. It can expose weaknesses, spark innovation, and strengthen bonds. Embrace the challenge, learn from the struggle, and emerge stronger, wiser, and ready to lead with an unwavering spirit. Let the ancient wisdom of Arthashastra guide you to navigate the turbulent waters of conflict towards a brighter, more harmonious future. Okay, beloveds, welcome to Chapter 8 of Ancient Strategies for Modern Leadership, Arthashastra Explained. We're diving deep into protecting your kingdom, risk management, and resilience. Imagine Kautilya advising a CEO today. He wouldn't be talking about elephants and chariots, but he'd be stressing the same core principle. Anticipate threats, plan for them, and bounce back stronger than before. Your kingdom isn't a plot of land, it's your business, your career, your family, your well-being. And trust me, life throws curveballs. Risks are inevitable. The key, as Arthashastra teaches us, isn't avoiding risk entirely, but managing it intelligently. Think of Nokia, once the undisputed king of mobile phones, but they failed to adapt to the smartphone revolution, a monumental risk they didn't properly assess. Their kingdom crumbled. Now compare them to Lego. Faced with near bankruptcy in the early 2000s, they didn't panic. They diversified, innovated, and embraced new technologies. They rebuilt their kingdom on a sturdier foundation. That's resilience in action. Personally, resilience is about having a strong sense of self and knowing that no matter how hard the journey seems, you can always emerge victorious. Think about how a tree withstands a storm. Strong roots, core values, skills, flexibility, adaptability, and the acceptance that storms will come. realistic expectations. Here are a few practical strategies inspired by Kautilya. Identify threats. What are the potential enemies to your kingdom? Market fluctuations, competitor actions, personal limitations, technological disruptions. Ask yourself the hard questions. Create contingency plans. If this happens, then we will. Scenarios are your friend. What's your plan B if a key client leaves? What skills can you develop now to stay relevant in a changing job market? Build a strong defense. Diversify your income streams. Invest in your skills. Cultivate strong relationships with your people. Build a financial safety net. These are your protective walls. Embrace learning. Kautilya emphasized gathering intelligence. Study your successes and failures. Learn from the mistakes of others. Knowledge is your strongest weapon against unforeseen dangers. Resilience isn't about being invincible. It's about having the courage to face adversity, learn from it, and emerge stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. Remember, even after the darkest night, the sun always rises. Namaste, friends. Look within. Chapter 9, The Value of Discipline. Building a foundation for success. Discipline. It's not a word that elicits cheers, but it creates empires. In Kautilya's Arthashastra, a well-ordered kingdom thrives on discipline, both individual and organizational. Think of it as the mortar holding the bricks of your aspirations together. Without it, the whole structure crumbles. Discipline isn't about rigidity. It's about consciously choosing your actions and focusing your energy. It's about deciding what truly matters and structuring your life to achieve it. Consider Elon Musk. Love him or hate him, his relentless drive and structured routine are undeniable. He plans, he executes, he iterates. Discipline fuels his seemingly impossible achievements. How do we cultivate this vital skill? First, habits. Small, consistent actions compounded over time yield incredible results. Start small. Commit to waking up 30 minutes earlier, eliminating one distraction, or dedicating a specific time for focused work. Use tools like calendars, timers, and to-do lists religiously. Accountability helps. Share your goals with someone you respect and actively report to them on a regular schedule. As your personal discipline grows, you'll have the ability to make bigger contributions. Organizational discipline is equally crucial. Structured processes, clear roles, and consistent performance reviews cultivate a culture of accountability. Look at Toyota's production system. Their meticulous processes, focus on continuous improvement, and strict adherence to standards have made them a global leader. Discipline isn't always easy. There will be days you want to quit. That's when you have to remember your why. Why are you striving for this goal? What impact will it have? Connect with that purpose and let it fuel your resilience. Embrace discipline as a pathway of self-mastery. It allows you to harness your potential, build a foundation of stability, and create a life of purpose. A disciplined approach to life allows a person's dreams to become reality. When the going is tough and discipline is required, use spirituality to guide you on the right path. Remember, friends, discipline is the sculptor of your potential. Chapter 10, Leading with Compassion, the Power of Empathy. Namaste, everyone. In our journey to understand ancient strategies for modern leadership, we've arrived at a crucial chapter, compassion. While Kautilya's Arthashastra might seem coldly pragmatic at first glance, true, lasting success always blooms from a foundation of humanity. Empathy, my friends, isn't a weakness, it's a superpower. Leading with compassion means understanding and sharing the feelings of others. It's about walking in their shoes, seeing the world from their perspective, and responding with kindness and understanding. Why is this vital in leadership? Because people don't merely work for you, they work with you. When they feel valued and understood, they are more motivated, productive, and loyal. Think about it. A team member struggling with a personal issue will likely be less focused. A compassionate leader recognizes this, offers support without prying, and adjusts expectations accordingly. This doesn't mean lowering standards, but rather accommodating for a temporary situation, ultimately fostering deeper trust and resilience. Consider Mother Teresa. Her empire wasn't built on brute force, but on profound empathy for the marginalized. Her unwavering compassion inspired countless others to join her mission. Mahatma Gandhi's nonviolent resistance was rooted in understanding the oppressor's fears while holding firm to his principles. Nelson Mandela, after years of imprisonment, extended a hand of forgiveness and empathy, uniting a fractured nation. These aren't sentimental stories. They are strategic masterclasses demonstrating the profound power of connection. In the corporate world, a CEO who genuinely cares about their employees' well-being will see a return in employee engagement, reduced turnover, and a stronger company culture. Simple things like acknowledging birthdays, offering flexible work options when possible, or actively listening to concerns can make a huge difference. It creates a human workplace where people feel appreciated. Ultimately, a happy employee is a productive employee. This further strengthens the brand because happy employees create happy customers. Compassion isn't just being nice. It's about creating a humane and just environment where everyone can thrive. It's about making strategic decisions that consider the impact on all stakeholders, not just the bottom line. It's about recognizing our shared humanity and leading with empathy, ultimately building a stronger, more sustainable, and more successful future, just as Kautilya would have intended. Chapter 11. The Long Game. Building a Legacy of Impact and Improvement. Friends, have you ever stood at the foot of a mountain and considered the centuries it took to form? That's the kind of perspective we need when talking about legacy. The Arthashastra isn't about fleeting power. It's about creating a durable and thriving society. It urges us to rise above the immediate skirmishes and consider the long-term consequences of our actions. The long game isn't just about planning for succession. It's about building a system that can withstand the test of time. Kautilya emphasized improving infrastructure, education, and justice. He knew these were the cornerstones of a prosperous kingdom. Likewise, let's talk about a company like Toyota. They didn't become a global leader overnight. Their enduring success stems from a dedication to continuous improvement, Kaizen, and a focus on building quality vehicles that last. They thought, and still do, about their long-term reputation and its effect on customers. Another example could be someone like Bill Gates of Microsoft, who gave up most of his wealth for building a legacy in the areas of public health care and equal rights. His vision for future generations made him the philanthropist he is today, and the impact he will have in the future will make his name etched in golden words. Building a legacy also means investing in people. Kautilya knew that a skilled, educated population was a nation's greatest resource. Mentor those around you, share your knowledge, and empower others to grow into their full potential. The greatest leaders understand that true success isn't measured solely by profits or power, but by the positive impact they leave behind for future generations. What kind of world do you want to help create? Let that vision guide your actions, and you will build a legacy that will endure long after you are gone. Namaste, friends. Chapter 12. Integrating Spirituality and Strategy, the Balanced Leader. We've journeyed through the wisdom of Arthashastra, uncovering principles of strategy, leadership, and resource management. But lasting success, a truly impactful life, demands more. It requires integrating these worldly skills with your inner self, your spirituality. A balanced leader understands that external triumphs are fleeting if inner peace is absent. Strategy without ethics is like a ship without a rudder, destined to crash. This isn't about religious dogma. It's about cultivating values like honesty, compassion, and integrity. How do we weave spirituality into daily strategy? It begins with mindfulness. Pause before making decisions. Ask yourself, is this aligned with my values? Am I acting from a place of fear or genuine desire to serve? In today's fast-paced world, it is very important to stop and think. As a leader, you should know that you can't always be right. Introspection is key. Regularly reflect on your actions. Did you handle a situation with grace and integrity? Where could you have improved? Journaling, meditation, even quiet walks in nature can offer clarity. Consider the example of Nelson Mandela. His strategic brilliance in dismantling apartheid was undeniably powerful, but it was his deep spiritual commitment to forgiveness, unity, and justice that transformed him into a global icon. He understood the why behind his actions and acted accordingly. Practical exercises. Daily gratitude. Start and end your day listing 3 things you're grateful for. This shifts your perspective towards positivity and abundance. Mindful breathing. Take 5 minutes each day to simply focus on your breath. This anchors you in the present moment, reducing stress and improving focus. Value audit. Clearly define your core values. Use them as a filter for all decisions, big or small. Ultimately, balance comes from aligning your personal values with your professional goals. When your actions are congruent with your inner truth, you radiate authenticity, inspiring trust and loyalty. You build not just a successful career, but a life of meaning and enduring impact. This is the path of the balanced leader, the true master of their own destiny.